What is up, chat? Deeper Depths with the Deeper Level podcast. We are live back at you. This is season 2 of the Deeper Level. And let me tell you, it has been off the chain. And you know, we've been coming in full blast, turning on all wheels, hitting on all cylinders. Listen, if you're tuned in right now, I see some of y'all already coming into the chat. Escher Stubbs, what's going on? Ebony Latoya, aka Mrs. Depths, what's good? I see you, Alex. What's going on, man? Hey, B Crack, what's good? What's popping, man? Listen, do me a huge favor before we go any further. If you tuned in now, or even if you're going to check out the video on demand later, do me a favor and like and subscribe and share this. We're on social media now as well. We are on Twitch as well as the YouTube platform. So no matter what side you're tuning in, whether you're in on the purple side or you're in on the red side, make sure that you like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time that I go live and more content becomes available. On our last episode, we had legendary gaming streamer Caboose, who came on and offered some really great tips just on the industry as being a content creator. So we had some fun, got a chance to talk about a few cool games that everybody's anticipating. And we're actually going to continue a little bit of that conversation as it relates to the games tonight. Listen, without further ado, my guy, my special guest today is a streamer. He is a gamer. He is an artist on YouTube with 24,000 plus subscribers and over 7 million views. That is with an M. Let me say that again. Over 7 million views. And he is leader of the Witty fam. Help me welcome to the Deeper Level none other than Mr. Witty. What's good, my guy? What's shaking?
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? How you doing, man? Happy to be here.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, glad to have you, bro. Appreciate you for taking time out of your schedule, man, just to hop on and hang out with us. I like what you're doing, man. I love your channel, which, you know, I had a chance to express that to you before we came on stage with everybody else, man. I see what you're doing. 24,000 plus subscribers, man. That's huge, bro. That's a level that everybody is not fortunate enough to make it to, man. So, you know, what's going on in your life, man? How's life for you, bro?
Man, life is good. Just constantly working, constantly staying focused. A lot of people definitely need to do that, and just in life in general. Just staying focused on everything, man. Staying focused.
Man, that's good, bro. I appreciate that. Now, I've had the chance to check out a few of your live streams before, and I was on one of your live streams a couple days ago, and I noticed something, and it caught my attention because the same thing happens in my streams. And I just wanted to chop it up about this because this means so much. When I'm streaming, you know, even now on this particular stream or this particular podcast, my wife is present. And I noticed when I was on your stream the other day, I saw Mrs. Witty in the chat. So, you know, talk to us about that for a little, man, because it means the world to have the support of the women in our lives, that special lady, you know, your wife, girlfriend, whatever the case may be, because I cannot think of what life would be like. I couldn't imagine, bro, if I was with somebody who didn't support, you know, my gaming habits. So what is that like, bro?
Oh no, so Mrs. Witty, that's my girlfriend, and she pops up and supports the streams. Very supportive. She's on me all the time about like, hey, or if I'm slacking, or if I'm just not doing what I'm supposed to do when it comes to working on my craft. She'll just be like, hey, like, you need to go ahead and stream. What are you doing? Like, you know, so she keeps me motivated. She'll sit here and watch me play the game. She likes watching the games as well. So yeah, I love the support. You know, it's probably the greatest thing you can have, you know, when it comes to having a companion. So that's good. That's an amazing thing.
Man, it is, bro. And that's real talk. Cause you know, on this gaming tip, you know, a lot of times I'm online and I'm streaming. If I'm ever streaming with randoms and I'm playing online, man, and you know, I hear the girls hollering at them in the background, get off the game, you know, blah, 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 blah. You know, people ask me all the time, they're like, man, Deep, you know, we don't never hear your wife hollering at you, bro. You know, how do you pull that off? You know, so I'd be like, man, I don't know, man. I mean, I just couldn't imagine what it would be like, you know, to be talking to somebody who didn't support, you know, what we do, especially this gaming thing, you know, because you got people with different mindsets and like, oh, I don't want a man to play video games, but bump that, bro. I mean, like, this is it. I'm gonna be playing to the casket drop. So as long as my fingers work, I'm gonna be gaming.
Exactly. Bury me with my consoles, with my controller. Just put the consoles in there with me, man. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel about everything when it comes to gaming. It's a second part of my life,
Yes, sir. Hey, I see the chat already going in with Witty fam. Hey, make sure that y'all put that in the chat and share this, man. Let me tell you something.
Oh yeah.
Witty, your people love you, bro. Like, as soon as you announced the podcast, I mean, it was shares, out of this world, bro. So the Witty fam is definitely strong tonight. Appreciate all of y'all.
Oh yeah.
Listen, matter of fact, let's talk about some games right quick. I mean, we know that's why we're all here. I mean, I'm a gamer, you're a gamer, but let's talk about one game in particular, and we perhaps gonna get into some other ones. But on Friday, Star Wars Jedi Survivor has just dropped, and I know you're well into your campaign now, as well as I am. I got about 5 play hours in, and honestly, like, I keep getting lost. This game is so beautiful. I keep getting lost in just like the exploration and the photo mode. The UI is amazing. The way it's designed, the functionality. Now, I won't sit here and say that, of course, the game is perfect and there is no issues. I won't say that. But this whole thing that's going on online right now about the game being broken and unplayable, that is totally not true, man. What are your thoughts on Star Wars Jedi Survivor?
So far for me, Star Wars Jedi Survivor has been amazing. The story is outstanding.
Yes.
I don't even want to. I'm not gonna spoil anything. Of course not. But the story is incredible. The gameplay is incredible. Way more features than the first one. Of course, you can explore more. Way more than the first one. It's just me personally, I love it. I love it. The only small thing, I mean, they're gonna fix it, of course. It's not even major, to be honest, but for me at least,
okay.
The small thing is just probably the frames dropping certain moments when you have it in performance mode. But that doesn't, like I said, that doesn't really affect me because I really don't even play in 60 frames a lot on my games in the first place. I always play on quality mode in certain games, fidelity mode. So, but overall, that game is amazing, man. That game is amazing.
It really is, bro. Like, I mean, just from the first mission, I mean, it starts out with action. Just the way that it looks, graphics. I mean, I know everybody's buzzing about Unreal Engine 5, and yes, I can't wait to get to that point, and I'm sure games are going to look even more amazing. But the development team with it, and nobody really knows what a dev goes through, so like with people saying, hey, the game is broken, it's trash, they should have waited before they put the game out. What bothers me about that statement, Witty, and correct me if I'm wrong, bro, but we're saying that they should have waited because the game has issues. I can't think of anything that released yet so far in the last few years that hadn't had an issue. But here it is, they have an issue. Now people say they should have waited to release the game. But then when you have somebody like Insomniac, and which we'll get into some Spider-Man 2 in just a second, who has said nothing, and it's just like, look, let us cook, then they crying because they're not saying nothing. So on one hand, you're like, okay, hey, give us the game, we want news. But then when somebody puts something out, oh, well, they should have waited. Man, it's the craziest. Like, bro, I've seen, okay, some of the frames drop, but again, it is not unplayable. I've seen like maybe some of the trees glitch and stuff like that, but again, it's not unplayable. Those are the only issues that I've experienced. I mean, do people need to lighten up, or are they tripping, or what?
Me personally, I think people are tripping. Someone always finds something. If it's one thing, it's going to be another thing. It's like that all the way back to the Marvel Spider-Man days when they was complaining about puddles and things of that nature. You know, like just small stuff. So me personally, I think it's just people just trying to find something to talk about because they don't have anything better to do or anything of that nature. Because it's just, to me, that's just insane. Like, they back to it with the whole people complaining about Insomniac taking too long to release, gameplay and news and stuff like that. But it's just, you got to pick one. You can't complain about both things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Exactly. You definitely got to pick one, man, because I mean it can't be both.
Exactly.
Me personally, now I don't know if this is your thoughts, but issues aside, because I mean at some point they're going to fix it. I mean a patch is going to come through for the game. They're hearing what everybody is saying, so at some point the game will be updated. Is Star Wars Jedi Survivor a Game of the Year contender? Not saying it's going to win,
right?
But is it a Game of the Year contender?
I think it's going to be a contender for sure. And I say that because of the story mainly, the gameplay too, like the action and combat for sure.
Right.
But I say that because of the story. The story literally takes over. Is so far the story is better than the first one, and the first one was a Game of the Year contender, and yeah, I think the story takes the cake. Like, it's going to be a contender for sure.
Real talk. And that's definitely where I'm at with it. I think it's a Game of the Year contender, hands down. Again, not saying that it doesn't have some issues, but still, it definitely doesn't make the game unplayable. Like, I'm having a great experience. I don't feel like I'm robbed of my experience. Of course, yes, do an update. I'll be glad to see an update, but for the meantime, I think that they did an excellent job on the game, those issues aside. So with that being said, what is your most, I probably already know the answer to this, bro, but I got to ask you anyway.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What is your most anticipated game of 2023? Like, what are you looking forward to the most?
Oh yeah. Definitely Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Yes, sir.
That's not even a debate, that's not even a debate, man. That game means just the character Spider-Man in general. I grew up reading comic books and everything like that. That character alone is just, I don't know, it means a lot to me, and of course a lot of other people, because we can all relate to Spider-Man in a way. Like Peter's, daily life. Oh my God. He's been rich, he's been poor, he's had relationship problems, he had great relationships. It's just everything that a person has done, whether it's a male, female, anybody, like you've definitely had the same experiences that he had to some degree, you know what I'm saying? So that's why. But yeah, for sure, Marvel Spider-Man 2 for sure, my most anticipated game for 2023 for sure, bro. For sure.
And that is true, man. You made an excellent point. Spider-Man in some shape, form, or fashion is relatable pretty much to every person in life. And hands down, he is the biggest brand, the biggest IP for Marvel. I mean, like, it's not even close.
No debate.
I saw somebody have the argument one time about who is probably the most influential character for their brand. Is it, Batman, or is it Spider-Man? Spider-Man is big, bro. I mean,
he's that guy.
he that guy. And the thing is like Spider-Man is kind of like Lil Wayne. Like, you remember back when Lil Wayne dropped the Carter 3, and I know you'll know this, especially being an artist.
Oh yeah.
When Lil Wayne dropped the Carter 3, the reason that he had the level of success he had with the Carter 3 album is because he literally did like 100 features, bro.
Exactly.
Right before he dropped the album. So he was everywhere. He was doing a crossover with every person. He was taking every gig. He was getting himself visible so that when he dropped Carter 3, I mean, and that's why he had the song A Milli, because like he knew, bro, that it was about to sell 1 million copies.
Yeah, that album was crazy. I remember listening to that as a kid, and it was just it was crazy. It was crazy.
That's hands down to me. That's his best album, I think, because of the impact that it had on the culture. Like, bro, I mean, it was banger after banger after banger. So I said that to cross-reference Spider-Man. The reason he's got the kind of influence he's got is because he did a crossover with everybody. Like, he's the bridge between every character. You can you can use Spider-Man. I mean, he's crossed over with Daredevil. He's crossed over. I mean, just everybody.
That's true. So even Invincible, bro. Like,
yes,
that's crazy. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Real talk, man. So, Spider-Man is definitely, like you say, he is that dude. Now, there are some leaks, and I did a video about this that I posted about maybe 3-4 hours ago. There's some leaks, quote unquote leaks, supposedly floating around. But I think what people are calling leaks are actually just theories that's being marketed as leaks. Because, I mean, come on, bro. Insomniac, like, the company, that's a dream job. If you working for Insomniac right now, you had a dream job. So, bro, I don't see nobody being foolish enough to put their job on the line leaking something. I just think that, and some of these theories are good,
Yeah.
but I think when they say leaks, these are really just theories that people are marketing as leaks. What have you heard? Like, have you heard anything that really just like sparked your attention so far?
What was the one thing I've heard? I've heard a few things, man. Like one of them was Goblin being in this game and not the third, quote unquote, the third game.
Gotcha.
Man, it's just a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. I can't think off the top of my head, just right off the back, but it was a lot of things. Just a lot of story theories though. That's what it's been for me. A lot of story theories, delays, quote unquote delays. I'm like, they're not delaying their game. In my opinion, I don't see that happening. Why would they do that? They had to even, PlayStation on Twitter had to even follow up like, hey, it's still dropping in the fall, like for under the replies and stuff. So not PlayStation, but Insomniac. So they're not delaying their game, bro. So it's just a lot of don't believe these leaks.
Exactly.
Don't believe nothing unless it's coming from the source itself,
Exactly. Yeah. If Insomnia, I mean, like I done heard, bro, that they're using the same technology in this game as they did Ratchet and Clank, where basically you can jump through universes, back and forth. I heard. Now, don't get me wrong.
Right.
If that were to be true, like how cool would that be?
Right.
But still, like you said, if Insomniac does not say that it's happening, take it with a grain of salt.
Right.
Because I mean, why be this quiet and this secretive about stuff? And then all of a sudden somebody say, okay, hey, and then one of the things that I heard was like, Wraith is going to be in the game. And again, that's not a leak. That's a theory because it's obvious. I mean, think about it. We already saw in the first Spider-Man in 2018, when they did the DLCs, that Yuri Watanabe was already doing suspicious stuff, taking on that role. So like, they're thinking ahead, they're setting it up. So I wouldn't be surprised if Wraith is in the game, but still to just drop a video and say, oh, I got a leak, y'all. Nah, that's a glorified theory, bro.
Back to what you said about the multiverse thing. I'm like, nah, that's a little too much.
It's too much.
That doesn't make any sense to me, or I'm sure it doesn't make any sense to anyone else. That's just doing too much. That'll ruin the story in my. Well, I can't say that. Can't say that because I don't know. But in my opinion, I just think that wouldn't fit where they're obviously going. So that's not it for me. I'll still play it though. Still, of course, I'll still play it.
Right. But I trust whatever product they deliver and whatever they come up with. Insomniac know what they're doing. They're the GOATs. I'm not worried about it. And like the fact that they have to keep confirming, like the game is coming out fall of 2023. I'm like, man, who keeps doubting y'all? Like who keeps doubting the GOATs that y'all got to keep saying the same thing over and over?
Exactly.
Do you think that we'll get Harry as Venom or Eddie Brock as Venom?
Ooh, this is where it gets tricky. We spoke about this a lot in the streams. See, I think me personally, I think it's gonna be Harry because of the fact that it's more of a personal story. If that, hypothetically speaking, if it was Harry, that'll affect, Norman in a way. Have Norman hate Peter, not necessarily Peter, but Spider-Man, in a way. And if something did happen to Harry, that'll force Norman to go crazy and become Goblin later down the road or whatever the case may be. I just feel like that's the smartest thing to do. Of course, they're gonna do it how they do it, whatever way they do it. But yeah, that's just I could see Harry, and then that's another thing. If Harry ended up dying, that's gonna affect Peter even more. Peter probably if Harry is Venom, Peter probably won't even know who it under the symbiote and under Venom, he's not gonna know that's Harry. So imagine that, just him finding out, oh, this is Harry. Oh, what the it'll be a crazy scenario.
Exactly. And it's a lot to look forward to, man. I mean, this story is going to be big. It's going to be huge. If you had to say play hours, now I know most AAA titles, like I recently just beat Resident Evil 4. I didn't even play Well, I take that back. I played the original on GameCube, but
Yeah.
only played like
Yeah,
2
yeah.
hours of it. So I didn't really get to play the whole game. So
Exactly.
when this dropped, the re-release or whatever that was remastered, I went and played through this one. And of course, I probably played maybe 14 hours and beat the game, which most Resident Evils are on a shorter note and scale anyway. But so I really don't expect a 50, 60 play hour game. Now, I know that's kind of an unrealistic number for most AAA titles, but play hour wise, what do you think we could see with Spider-Man 2? In your opinion,
let's see.
How many play hours you think? Because they talked about how the map is going to be bigger. Like they're going to incorporate new boroughs into New York. So like we'll see
Brooklyn, Queens.
Exactly. Exactly.
Now, okay, yeah, this is a good one. Because the play hours on the first original, Marvel Spider-Man, what was it, like 30, 40, something like that?
Yep.
In that range?
I think it was, between 30 and 40.
Between 30 and 40. And that game was actually longer than I expected,
Yes.
Then you add DLCs later on down the road. Honestly, they couldn't really go any way with that. They could make it 30 to 40 again. Or if they want to push that narrative of just a deeper story, darker story, they could make it a little longer, maybe 50-ish, maybe. But or they can add multiple DLCs. They had one whole DLC, but there was 3 parts to the DLC.
Exactly.
They could add multiple DLCs down the road, since they have the power with the PS5 and things of that nature. So yeah, I'll say probably like 40. I'll say a good 40. That would be perfect in my opinion. Again, good 40.
Now 40 play hours, like I would be good with that. Like you said, give us multiple DLCs, and I'm pretty sure that's coming. Because again, in my interview with Tony Todd, he didn't just, all he said was put a pin in 2024. He just said put a pin in 2024. So I would like to assume, he didn't say this, but I would like to assume that there is, or I'm hoping for anyway, that there is a Venom DLC where Venom is playable. I mean,
I was just about to say that.
For that, bro. Fingers crossed. Like I'm praying for it, man. So give us 40 hours, okay? Just as the main campaign, as the main story. Because again, with Spider-Man PS4, the one in 2018, every time, I like how they did the story, because every time you thought the game was going to end, like it kept going.
It kept going.
You kept saying, okay, this is the final battle. Kind of like Dark Knight, the Dark Knight. Every time you thought that movie was going to end, like something else happened. The Joker got captured and you was like, okay, it's over. They're going to continue. There's going to be a part 2. Then boom, the movie just kept going. So if they take that approach, I mean, it's going to be a cliffhanger, man. I mean, it just ain't no way around it, bro. The story is going to be phenomenal. And I'm really looking forward to that. What are you mostly looking forward to about Spider-Man 2? Like potential play mechanics. What are you looking forward to the most?
Right. Peter swinging. That's the most. His swinging, because after getting Miles, bro, it was kind of, I'm just being honest, it was kind of hard to jump back to Marvel Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, the swinging mechanics should be crazy. I hope they, go towards the TASM 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2 kind of swinging. Because Andrew's this is just my opinion, everybody. Andrew is just as strictly Spider-Man, not Peter Parker.
Right.
As strictly Spider-Man, I think Andrew Garfield is the best live action Spider-Man. That's just me, because he moves just like Spider-Man. He acts just like Spider. It's crazy. It's insane. So, but his swinging is like amazing. So I think they should definitely add some flavor to Peter swinging for sure, because it was a little, after playing Miles, it was a little dry.
Right. And you know what? You didn't realize it until we played Miles Morales.
Exactly.
And that's why I really got to tip my hat to Insomniac, because they made both characters play totally different, bro. Like there were no similarities. Like when you started playing with Miles, you knew this is a whole different kit. This is a whole different loadout. This is a whole different character. So, you know, I like the fact that they did that. But like you said, I mean, Spider-Man 2, yeah, Peter got to get an upgrade, bro.
For sure. For
sure,
man.
He got to get an upgrade.
They got to, I know they're going to add a lot more. I just know it, like, feature-wise. Like you said, playing Miles Morales, it was just, it felt completely different. Like, it felt like you was literally playing as a completely different character, which you were.
Yep.
And, yeah, even down to his combat, like, his combat features or animations were they felt completely different, you know? Obviously, the Venom Blast and things of that nature, but I'm just talking about just strictly his strikes, you know? So yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for, like, the animations of how everything, like, how different the animation is going to be compared to the first one. And I get it. It's strictly for PS5, so they have more power to do things. They could do way more. So yeah, I'm excited for that, bro. Excited for that.
For sure. And then too, going based off of the first, or I ain't gonna say the first, the only trailer that we've seen of Spider-Man 2, there is a part where it looks like they do a dual takedown, which causes people to speculate, like, will we be able to seamlessly switch between both characters, or will you basically be playing as, say, for instance, Peter, and you're able to summon Miles into the game for, like, a dual takedown, how that mechanic could potentially work. Do you think we may see something like that?
That's a good question. Man, let's see. I think personally, since it is Peter's story, they're gonna base it around strictly Peter for a while. I think, of course, it's gonna be a mission where we play as Miles, probably strictly Miles, maybe, because there was a lot of that in Marvel Spider-Man 2. You were switching to, like, Mary Jane and Miles, but now Miles is Spider-Man as well.
Right.
So I could see that happening for sure. Maybe a mission where we play as Miles fighting Peter, you know, when he has a symbiote attached to him. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a little bouncing around, but I think only in the missions, because I'm sure they're making another Miles Morales game, a second one, because I don't think they want to focus too much on Miles just playing wise, because they're gonna make a second game.
Exactly.
And it is, like, at the end of the day, this is Peter's story. Marvel Spider-Man is Peter's story, strictly.
Exactly.
So yeah, it might be a little dibble and dabble into Miles, but for sure it's gonna be mainly Peter. So it won't, you know, a lot of people like Miles more than Peter nowadays.
True.
So I don't think they want that really lingering in Marvel Spider-Man 2. So hopefully, I mean, we'll see. You know.
Absolutely. It's definitely something, man, to think about. And like you said, we'll see how it really happens and how it, you know, turns out in the end all be all. But like you said, this is Peter's game. You know, this is Spider-Man 2. And it's a continuation from the first one. So Peter's definitely got to shine. That's why I think you're on to something when you say that you look forward to see how they're going to update Peter and make him more of an enjoyable character to play, especially after playing with Miles Morales. So you know, I can't wait to see what his powers are. Can't wait to see his kit, how he's loaded out. Just for laughs and giggles, bro, I'm finna get into something now, man, that probably is very controversial on thought processes. And those who are in the chat, I definitely want you to play a part of what I'm about to say, and you can give your thoughts and comments. Hey, what's up, N3000? What's going on? In a fight between Marvel Universe,
I already know where this is going.
You already know where I'm going, bro. In a fight, okay, and there's no wrong answer.
For sure.
In a fight between Marvel Universe and DC Universe, who wins?
Oh man, this is a hard one too, man.
Yeah,
I'm only saying this because, and I love Marvel way more than DC, So it might be a little, you know, lean towards Marvel, of course, but and like realistically, DC characters are made to be OP. So it's like, you know, like they're all gods, and you know, of course they steal characters from each other. Dang, man. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna say Marvel because I love Marvel, of course. But realistically, I'm just gonna go. I have to say DC, bro. they comic wise, DC, they're crazy, man. It's insane. You know, when it comes to power, straight power.
Yeah,
But the love, oh yeah, that's Marvel all day, man. I think Marvel probably their characters are maybe a little smarter than DC characters, but DC characters are a little stronger. You see what I'm saying? That's why. So it's kind of a 50-50 kind of thing with that. You know, that's hard. Hey, that's a good question. That's a
yeah,
good question.
yeah. And I like to ask that, man, just to get uh the creative juices flowing. Me personally, I'm going with DC
Mm-hmm.
again, because like you said, man, most of them are gods, bro. And like even as it relates to speed, like there
Yeah,
was an argument at one time, like who the greatest speedster was, and I was like, hands down, man, it's the Flash.
that's easy.
Like, bro, I mean, what is the debate? But like somebody had made a poster and it had like all the fastest people, it had like Sonic, it had
Mm-hmm.
what's the guy's name? Oh my god, Usain Bolt. It had, you know, uh
What?
Quicksilver. I mean,
Yeah.
it had a lot of different speedsters on this,
Mm-hmm.
bro. They even had Speedy Gonzalez on there. Brother Speedy Gonzalez from Warner Brothers was on there, bro.
That's funny.
And I'm like, so this guy shares this picture and he's like, who would win? And I'm like, bruh, it's the Flash. I mean, this cat ran so fast that like he basically Flashpoint,
Yeah, no,
Speed Force,
fact.
dude, it's
Flash is a different breed. Like I grew up like growing up was DC was Flash. Now it's Nightwing, but Flash was my favorite character, DC character, because just from watching Justice League all the time. That used to come on Cartoon Network and different, you know, um, it wasn't even just Cartoon Network. But anyway, though, yeah, Flash was that guy, bro. Flash always been that guy. His feet is insane. You know, like
yeah.
I don't see nobody when it comes to speedsters. Flash is obviously the GOAT, you know. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And that's why I say, like, just in general, I would most likely pick DC because bro, they're more powerful. Like,
Yeah. They really, and like you say, man, I'm a Marvel fan, bro.
mm-hmm.
Now, of course, greatest favorite superhero of all time is the Dark Knight. I'm
Right.
a Batman fan.
Mm-hmm.
If I just had to choose one superhero, I'm going with him. But still, man, the DC characters are just they OP, like you say. They are OP, man. That's it, chat. Yeah, Witty fam in the chat. That's what's up. Represent Witty fam in the chat. And the chat, man, the chat got their own little side conversation going about this, bro.
I'm over here reading them. Like, what y'all talking about? I'm like,
right.
They debating about DC and Marvel now, and it's
yeah.
He said 2 words.
But yeah,
Dr.
man.
Doom.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Doom could have been a DC character. How powerful he is, you know.
Oh yeah. It's yeah, just reading the chat is crazy right now. Yeah, they going in. I love it, man. And again, like I say, I know that's a very controversial subject, but man, I just always like to ask it for fun. As we get ready to kind of wrap things up for the rest of 2023. Of course, this has been one of the best years for gaming we've seen in a long time, bro.
Oh my god,
it's so much coming out. I mean, you still got Street Fighter 6, Mortal Kombat 12, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 16. Oh my goodness, Spider-Man 2.
Bro. We might get we most likely getting announcements of a lot of games, maybe a GTA 6 announcement.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yes. Man, we eating good right now, bro.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
eating super good. You streaming tonight?
I'm streaming tonight. I might stream I'm definitely streaming tonight. It's either going to be Star Wars or I might do a Marvel Spider-Man 2 stream, you know, just news
Bet.
stream, you know, just talking about stuff, catching up on everything in one stream instead of dropping videos, you know. So yeah, we definitely streaming or dropping a video tonight for sure, though. For sure.
Yes, sir. Hey, check it out, chat. I got this guy's information running across the bottom of the screen on the banner. Make sure you go right now and follow my guy Witty. Make sure that you sub. Make sure that you follow him on his social medias, Twitter, YouTube. I mean, he's on there. He's live. It's off the chain. 24,000 plus subscribers and still growing. Let's get this guy to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year, y'all. And here's the thing, like that's super realistic, Witty, and you're on your way, man. Because Sadat the Gamer is a friend of mine, and he's been on the podcast a couple times. Like literally, bro, I saw him go from 3,000 subscribers to 35,000 subscribers in like 5 months. I mean,
like. Bro, it's like that. Like one of my a lot of my subscribers. Man, shout out to Michelangelo, Blackwoods. These are my like subscribers that I from 2018, and shout out to all of them. I've witnessed, for example, like back to Michelangelo. I witnessed Michelangelo go from 800 subscribers, not even like all the way up. He's about to hit 100K already, like in like 2 years. Like he's on it. I was like, bro. And I always say this, he could vouch for me, you know. I was like, bro, do the same thing I'm doing, but you like anime a lot. The anime crowd is insane, bro.
True.
Do the anime, react to anime stuff. Boom. He blew up, bro. It's insane. He got that energy. So shout out to him and shout out to everybody that's, you know, trying to become a content creator and things of that nature. You know, just you have to stay consistent with it in order to, you know, get where you want to be. It might take a little longer. For me, you know, everybody's path is different.
Right.
So for me, it's taking a little longer. You're gonna blow up for sure. I know that for sure, Deeper Depth. So
man, appreciate it, bro.
I already know it, you know. So that's just keep on doing what you're doing, man. You interviewing the right people, being consistent. You know, you on Twitter and social media is a big thing for sure. You know, that's important. It's just marketing. You know, marketing is key to this, you know. So yeah, keep on grinding. Everybody keep on grinding, man. That's all I really wanted to say, you know. My bad to get all sentimental.
Oh man, no, bro. hey, you the guest, man. Drop gems, bro. I'm telling you, I'm taking notes. It's a lot of people that's watching, taking notes. You're an inspiration, man. And like I say again, you know, as a Black content creator, bro, it's just good to see, you know, young brothers, man. Because you what, 26?
26, yep.
26, man. It's just good to see young brothers, man, doing something with their life, you know. So, you know, I just want to encourage you, man. Keep inspiring us, bro. And we're gonna be there every step of the way, man, to see Witty Fam go to the next level. You know,
man.
you know, when you get to your 1 million subscribers, bro, I'm gonna be like,
oh yeah,
I know that guy.
Hey, I'm shouting. Listen. When that happens, and it's gonna happen. You gotta manifest that.
That's it.
When it happens, bro, I'm telling you, I'm putting everybody on. Oh, I'm putting all my people on. Everybody that supported me, I'm like, oh, hey, check them out. You have to, like, that's what it's all about, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that for sure.
Definitely. That's it. Hey, man, no problem, bro. Hey, well, listen, check this out, y'all. Make sure that you like and subscribe to this channel. Like and subscribe to my guy Witty. That is a wrap. Deeper Depths and Witty hooked up for another fire podcast on the Deeper Level. We're getting ready to sign out. Check out Witty's stream. He's going to be streaming tonight. He's going to be getting into something. I promise you, it's always high energy and you're going to have fun. All right, everybody. We'll see you again on the next episode. Peace.